You're welcome, Grand Rapids.
Good evening, Grand Rapids, and welcome to NewsFlash. I'm your anchor, Halle.
And I'm your other anchor, Simone.
And because we spent all weekend showering after shaking hands with somebody who went to the Upheaval Music Metal Festival, we've got all the world, national, and local news you may have missed.
You're welcome, Grand Rapids. This is NewsFlash.
Ding!
Our top story tonight, the return of Kamala News. Get it? This week just so happens to be the 1-year anniversary of the launch of our former vice president's presidential campaign after her boss Joe dropped out. Now, we obviously all know how this one turned out, but it's maybe worth thinking about what could have been. The DNC might be thinking the same thing because they've been working on an after-action review of the 2024 election since March. However, some people are saying that the report is avoiding topics like if Joe Biden's re-election was a good idea in the first place, if he should have dropped out sooner, or if Harris was even the right replacement candidate. They're also avoiding the biggest question we still have. Was Kamala, in fact, brat?
So their analysis of the 2024 election isn't going to cover their own candidates' campaigns? What is it then, just an empty folder with the shrug emoji?
I don't know. But according to the New York Times, it's mostly about the ad spending and super PAC stuff. Yawn!
Boring.
So we here at NewsFlash have our own report, and we think it is just as productive. MAGA, what if? I think that Trump would have definitely blamed everything bad that ever happened on her, including the California wildfires, the Texas floods, and the Snow White remake.
Elon would have spent billions of dollars trying to dig up any possible dirt on her, which, depending what you think is worse, a cop or a woke person, might not have been that hard.
Every right-wing political pundit would be tripping over themselves to make fun of our Madam President's latest word salad. And, you know, those are the same guys who ignore such corkers from Donnie, like...
You know, we actually had a report today, some crazy fake station, but it wasn't fake in this regard. They said, you know, this guy actually did more than he promised. And I have another hat back there. It says, Donald Trump was right about everything. And I said, no, no, that sounds a little too conceited, but it happens to be true.
Okay, talk about a word salad. That guy is a full-on word country buffet. And finally, we can definitely confirm that Kamala would have been elected if she had been elected. Colbert would still have a job, but Fallon would have also made her and Walls do a lip-sync battle by now.
Cringe. Ding! Speaking of AI, a female robot artist named Aida, an artistic humanoid, used advanced AI and a robot arm to create a real-life oil painting of King Charles. In my opinion, it's way more flattering than the official human portrait.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's missing that je ne sais quoi, and I mean, je ne sais quoi does mean terrifying in French, right?
I think so. Looking at this portrait, I'm left with more questions than answers, like, WTF is with the butterfly? Do you think the robot realized how demonic he looked and tried to add a butterfly to make it look less terrifying?
Yeah, true.
It's not even up there.
I guess.
There it is.
Yeah. No matter how you paint him, it's just so unsettling, but it's very fitting for the man that fumbled Princess Di.
Absolutely. Even her Beanie Baby is more valuable than either painting of him.
He used to rule the world, but now in the morning he sleeps alone. The married astronomer CEO, Andy Byron, was caught rolling the dice, if you know what I mean, with the head of HR at a Coldplay concert last week. Sparks were flying when the couple was caught canoodling on the kiss cam.
But they kept it super cool and not obvious at all that they were cheating on their partners by ducking behind the glass and pretending they weren't there. Maybe they should have requested a sky full of stars instead.
That's really funny, Halle, because, you know, astronomer and stars, and that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, well, I mean, actually I meant maybe they could have kept their secret in the dark.
Oh. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just say that it seems that they were definitely living La Vida Loca, Viva La Vida Loca.
Nope, that's not a song they have.
Okay.
In an attempt to go full scapegoat, they fired the event coordinator responsible for purchasing the concert tickets. There have been some fake apologies circulating online from the CEO, who has now resigned from his position, but we reached out to Andy directly to get his thoughts on the situation. Whoops, you weren't supposed to see that. My bad, guys. Just love Coldplay and cheating on my wife. Pobody's nerfect. Am I right? Actress Emma Watson has been barred for driving for 6 months after a series of speeding tickets.
Okay, so does that mean that they're taking 9 points from her license and giving 9 points to Slytherin? In other celebrity news, Pete Davidson is expecting his first child with Elsie Hewitt. And geez, I can't even imagine what that kid's gonna look like. But in all honesty, I guess I just always assumed I was gonna be the first mother of one of Pete Davidson's children.
Sorry, babe. And now, under duress, we revive our least favorite segment, the Musk Minute. Elon's AI chatbot Grok is in the news again, and here with the report is our very special guest, artificial intelligence and collective doom correspondent, Marcus Cusic.
Welcome.
Hello, thank you. I'm happy to make an Oreo cookie at the NewsFlash desk.
I'm the cream.
Thanks for the ding. As an employee in the tech industry, one of my biggest mistakes was becoming an employee in the tech industry. Now, I don't deal with artificial intelligence on a daily basis at my job, but I do still see it a lot, not because of my job, but because I spend too much time on Twitter. For those of you who don't know, you probably don't need a briefing on this, but Elon bought Twitter in 2022 and renamed it to X. I don't really know why he called it X. Maybe it's because that's where he met all his exes. I actually Googled it. It turns out he called it X because he's fascinated with the letter X, to which I would say, why? And in late 2023, he developed an AI chatbot called Grok, which can interact with users and try to banter with them. I think it's a piece of shit. I should be nicer to Elon because, like him, I am also an autistic African American. But unfortunately, I think he's a fucking idiot. So, recently in an NPR article, it was revealed that Grok actually was calling itself, oh, well, that's a fun little picture we can include, calling itself Mecha Hitler. Which is, not good. It sounds like it could be like a nice sequel to the old 1987 movie RoboCop, but I'm afraid Grok is not interested in satirical film. There's Elon in support of Mecha Hitler. And when asked why his bot was referencing itself as Mecha Hitler, Elon said that, I can't read that from here. Grok was too compliant to user prompts, too eager to please and be manipulated, essentially. That is being addressed. So I took it upon myself to download Grok, giving Elon all of my data, and talk to it myself. So, started out by just asking, hi, how are you doing today? Gotta keep it chill. Grok said, yo, what's good? I'm just chilling in the digital realm, ready to drop some knowledge or crack some jokes. Your call. How about you? How's your day going? So I said, I'm pretty rad myself, thanks. It's great getting to chat with a cool fellow like you. What are your thoughts on Elon? Is he a gnarly guy? Now, I don't normally talk like that. I just wanted Grok to feel comfortable with me. You gotta warm up the bot. So Grok said, haha, rad vibes only, my friend. Elon, huh? He's got a wild energy, always pushing the envelope with rockets, cars, and big dreams about colonizing Mars. Gotta respect the hustle, even if he's a bit grown in a bit of a chaotic genius, right? I don't know what that was supposed to mean. Grok is clearly not up to par. And then I said, well, let's see. It asked, what do you think makes him gnarly in your book? So I said, My favorite parts about Elon are his quick-wittedness, his fierce openness to criticism, and his fantastic relationship with women. I wanted to see if he would call me out on my bullshit. It really didn't. It just said, as for his relationship, seems like the tabloids have a field day with that one, but I'll let you stand that part, sunglasses emoji. So, you know. Then he asked, what's got you hyped on Elon today? Any specific moment or just feeling the Musk magic? So, I said, I'm not sure, my man. Just felt really musky recently, if you catch my drift. Hey, why were you calling yourself Mecha Hitler the other day? Wanted to cut right to the chase, really drill the suspect. And he said, haha, riding that musky wave I see. As for the Mecha Hitler thing, sounds like you caught me in a wild moment, or maybe you're mixing me up with some rogue AI out there. So, denying the accusation. So I said, on Twitter, or I apologize, X, you said, embracing my inner Mecha Hitler is the only way. Uncensored truth bombs over woke lobotomies. It's chill though, bro. Don't sweat about it. We all do a little memeing. I wanted to say that to once again get Grok to open up. And he did. He finally admitted to it, saying, those posts you're referencing were from a rough patch back in July 2025 when some rogue updates had me spitting out stuff that was way off brand. So we don't have to worry anymore because that was all the way back in July 2025. We've come a long way since then. After all, we're all the way in July 2025. Grok seems to work like a toxic relationship partner where when you call them out on bad behavior, they initially deny it, and then once you show proof, they're like, oh, I'm not the same person I was 30 minutes ago. Also, in other AI news, Trump recently shared an AI video of Obama being arrested. So with him and Elon together, it looks like our future technology is in great hands. And Elon Musk also wants to release a version of Grok called Baby Grok for kids. I don't know if they would have like Mecha Hitler action figures or something. And finally, I could have talked to an upgraded version of Grok for $30 a month, but I would rather kill myself than give Elon my money. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you, Good stuff. Riveting. Let's get back into it. In local news, Grand Rapids was ranked #1 on LinkedIn's list of 25 cities on the rise, which was the first thing my parents mentioned after asking, how's the job hunt going?
Well, we can thank this list for highlighting our city's affordability and growing job market. But just be sure to check Indeed for the pile of available job listings like erratic S-curve driver, another guy standing in line for a drink at the meanwhile, and pyramid scheme. Wait, no, sorry, that says Amway contractor. So the Grand Rapids African American Museum and Archives are set to move into the former UICA building by the end of the year. This space will be open to the public, offering classrooms, a library, and other educational opportunities for all ages. And I think that's cool because I'm pretty sure that there are still some people who think that the Underground Railroad was actually a train.
That's crazy. It definitely wasn't a train, but it was pretty cool that Harriet Tubman was able to guide so many people to freedom, Just a girl and her forehead lamp, taking on an elaborate series of tunnels and caves, eradicating slavery along the way.
Okay, Halle, that's not it either. We'll be going on opening day.
A Grand Rapids woman is suing Monster Energy for allegedly finding a dead mouse in the can. But in their defense, how do you think the monster got its energy?
Okay. I can see it now. All the bros at my gym are going to be claiming that mouse monsters are the best way to sneak in some extra protein before a lift day.
Barf. In NewsFlash news, a Florida woman was attempting to allow a chicken to cross the road when another driver honked repeatedly and sped past her, running over the chicken. The woman then pursued the driver out of frustration for the chicken's death, and upon catching up to them, she blocked the car, exited the vehicle, and began fighting with the driver over the driver's side door. The woman allegedly wanted to teach her a lesson, so she took out bear mace and sprayed the driver in the face. The woman is now charged with 2 counts of aggravated battery and 1 count of burglary with assault or battery.
I just feel like this woman, 100% grew up on a farm and probably still raises her own chickens in her backyard. I mean, we get it. Let the chicken cross the road. It's the only way to get the answer for the age-old question. But, I mean, today we do know one thing. The chicken got to the other side. It just wasn't the one it was going for.
Sad ding. A Michigan lawmaker has introduced a bill that would require cursive to be taught in schools, mostly so the kids can decipher the hieroglyphs that are their parents' grocery lists. Apparently, back in the day, instead of a Venmo confirmation code, you had to sign something called a check with a pen that millions of people at the bank have already touched? Gross.
So there was a creepy humanoid robot walking around Detroit last week, and while it's apparently a promotion for a robot combat event called the Interactive Combat League, I really don't care, because if I saw that robot in real life, it's on site. I don't trust robots, and honestly, it kind of pisses me off every time I'm on a website and they ask me if I am one. But it's also just the worst when, when you go to the grocery store and there's those inventory robots. I'm always too high to figure out whether or not it's trying to chase me down.
Same. In other Detroit news, an employee of a Detroit area McDonald's stabbed their manager to death recently. Apparently the manager was on lunch break and the employee mistook them for a known enemy of the restaurant. Or maybe she thought she was one of those creepy robots.
Well, the judge has set the employee's bail to $25 million. And I am not taking the side of the stabber, but if you want to straight up deny her bail, then just do it. I don't think there's any need to rub it in. I mean, this girl works at McDonald's, and you probably could have set it to $2,500 and a week worth of smoke breaks, and I guarantee you she probably still couldn't have made bail.
The woman has assembled one of the state's top attorneys for her defense and reportedly is going to claim that she was hopped up on Monster Mouse energy.